So I'm going to start off with, yes, I've got these two. Tumbled glass. I think this is really nice for a sky colour. Hi Lynn, hi Alison, hi Jackie, Janet, hi Janet, nice to see you. Okay, yes, I think this is a lovely sky colour. So I'm going to introduce this to the top of my piece of 5x7 watercolour card. There. I suppose it's nice to see different techniques and have different people showing different things, isn't it? So a good mix, and a good mix of products as well, of course. I'm going to put this on quite lightly, and just at the top section I'll just blend it down a little bit more. Okay, don't have to be too fussy. And then we'll do the whole of the rest of the card with antique linen. I do like this one. This is a great colour, as I think I've mentioned before, as a base. Because sometimes it's nice to cover your card with a base of colour, a light colour obviously. And then other colours can be blended over the top a bit easier, I think, and a bit smoother. So we're just creating a colourful base layer before we do any more. It's quite nice because they're quite popular, these, aren't they? So I think a lot of people have got them. So I quite like working with them. Okay, blend it up into the sky because I don't want a white edge. Hello Sandra, hello Caroline, Charlene, hi Charlene. Oh, this is great. Diane, Judith, oh, hello. Blend that up into the sky. Okay, that'll do. Right, so I just want to do a few things to this before I go any further. One of them is to add some masking fluid. Give it a good shake. Right, I don't like using brushes with this because it really wrecks your brushes, doesn't it? It really does. So I've a while ago I acquired a few of these coffee stirrers. I think they're quite handy. So I'm going to use one of them. Okay, so I'll dip this in, and I just want to kind of create sort of a cloud effect into my blue sky. I'm just going to dot it and just create like a bit of cloud atmosphere in my sky. There, got a bit of a shine on the or a shadow. Hope you can see what I'm doing. Obviously I will post the finished card so we can all see a photograph of it. I'll hold it up as well. Yeah, just dot it around, just like a cloud effect. Okay, it's quite pale as well, isn't it? I don't know if I'm holding it up in the right place, so just random, just like that. And then I'll get rid of my stone. No, I might keep that for a bit later. Rest it on there. And then I've got a card, just a plastic card, any old card will do. And I'm just going to put a little bit onto my acrylic block, and I'm going to pick up some of this masking fluid, and I just want to create a few lines down here. Now this is going to be grass, so I'm kind of bending the card just so I can create some natural grass effect. Random's always perfect. It is Els. Hi Kay, hi. Jackie's watching. Hi Jackie Adams. Okay, just a few. Create some grass at the bottom. And bend that card. That's it, don't want to go too crazy. And then also I want some blobs as well. So I'm going to create some blobs. with my wooden stirrer. I do like random. Yeah, you can get away with so much, I think, stuff being random. Hello, Emma. Hi. Nell, Sue, Charmaine. Hello. Oh, it's so nice to be here. And then I'm going to go in with a toothbrush. Look at me. Listen to me. I need a fine one. Not a toothbrush, a paintbrush. And I'm going to use this end, of course, not the other end. It's a bit foamy, my masking fluid. So if anyone's not sure what masking fluid is, artists, watercolour artists use it quite a lot. And you can paint it on and it dries. And then you can rub it off with your fingers and it just masks it, so you get the bottom layer showing. That's why I didn't want white. I wanted to sort of do a base layer so that when I do rub it off, I haven't really got white. Hope that makes sense. A few more down here. Just go to town, really. I think that'll be it. Can't see what I've done at all, can you? What's it else say? I heard that you can apply masking fluid with nip you made from the can. With the nip you made lid? Nip? Do you mean lip? Don't know the word for it in English. Oh, the pen nib? Yes, you can use pen nibs, obviously. Yes, you can use a pen like this, a dipping pen, and you can write with it as well. Yeah, that is true, Els. So, I don't know if you can see. Maybe the light will pick it up. Some of it is a little bit blobby, I think. I don't know if I can soak it up a bit. It's because it's foamy. There. So I need to let that dry good and proper. So I'll just clear my mess up. Wipe this card because I want to use that later. Wipe this stick. Okay. So we'll just work with the caption while this is drying. So I'll just put that to one side. And I'm going to bring in some vellum. Yeah, that's the one. Nib, pen nib. Yeah, or the ring pull. That's what I thought she meant, Anne, the ring pull, but it's the nib because then you can write with it. Okay, so I'm going to use this birthday wishes caption. Nice size, nice flowy caption. So we're going to do this in stuck for words, embossing powder, that's the thing. And our Versamark. So we'll just apply this. So this is a nice tacky, clear tack that your embossing powder sticks to. Love it. So I'll probably just do it in this corner. Give it a good press. I might try and move it because I've got a wooden desk, so it's not 100% flat surface. So that looks good. So I'll do this and then set this with some heat. I do like silver. Ooh. Yeah, now I've got powder everywhere because I flicked it. Okay, that's good. I'll give this a brush down. Get that powder out the way because that's just going to end up in my ink later on. Right, I've got a few bits that I don't want, so I'll just scratch them away with my scalpel. Of course I could have used one of those bag thingies, but I don't actually have one. Anti-static bag, that's it. Okay. Set this. Bring it up nice and close so you can see it. There it goes, beginning to go now. Nearly there. I love doing this. Yeah. Doesn't take long, does it? Look at that. Oh, lovely shine. Okay, I'll put that to one side. Let's see if this is dry now. Sometimes it's a little bit tacky. It's a little bit tacky because some of the blobs are quite thick. So I might work the sky. It's a little bit tacky in the sky as well. Okay. I want to create like a background, more of a background colour now. So I'm just afraid that I might go in and disturb that because it's not as dry as I'd like. Can I put some heat on it? Let's try that. I don't want to cook it. Okay, Janice is there. Hi Janice. Oh, thanks for watching. And Julie Hickey. Oh, Julie, hugs to you. Oh, how are you? You're doing some wonderful things, Julie. Okay. Oh, how nice. See familiar names. It's great. Right, so I'm adding some more. I think it's going to be okay. I'm adding some more blue to the sky because I want a bit more depth of colour. And I want a bit more interest in there as well. Let's just blend that bit out. So I'm going to grab a baby wipe. I like these because they're like just the right amount of water in them, I think. So I'm going to scrunch up a little bit in a bit of a sausage, if that makes sense, in a bit of a long line to echo the clouds. And I'm just going to tap it on just to take some of that colour off, just to create a bit more cloudy atmosphere. And then I can lift it off there, because I don't want my sky all the same colour. I want some interest in there. Okay, that's it. I think that'll be enough. In with the antique linen again, I just want to blend up this section just to give a bit more depth of colour. Mixing in with the sky a little bit, it's coming out a bit green. Never mind. There. Don't know if you can see the sort of very subtle details I'm trying to create. Can you see that? Just about. Obviously this doesn't really have to be super smooth. Okay, let's get some more colour in here. I have some crushed olive. What a gorgeous colour this is. It's so lush, isn't it? Lovely. So I'm going to connect the antique linen to this and work my way down. Any guesses what I'm doing? Does anyone like to guess? Well, our sky gives it away, I suppose. And I said grass as well, didn't I, earlier? Does anyone like to hazard a guess what this might end up looking like? Pretty already. Oh, thanks, Dee. Cool sky. Thanks, Jackie. Okay, work this crushed olive down. Gorgeous colour. Okay. So that's about there. A field. Yes, well done, Jackie. It is a field. Deeper colour as we work down. So we have here some peeled paint. This is lush as well. Oh, look at this. You get a real ooh-ah moment working with these. Well, I do. Does anyone else do that? Meadow. Brilliant, Angela. Field of flowers. Yes. Oh, that's good. It looks a bit like that already. Then I'm going in the right direction. That's good. In particular, I hope this looks like a buttercup field. That's the plan, a buttercup field. So I want to, and it's a real distant field, obviously just the field going into the distance. So I want to create a real depth of field as well. So the best way to do that is, as things go more into the background, they're paler, subtler colours. Not necessarily darker colours, but just paler, muted, more muted as they go into the background. So we can really create that with these different inks in different tones. Okay, and then get the right lid on the right one. Don't want to mix them up. And then I've got another darker green, the forest moss. So I'll just add some of this down the bottom. And the oxides as well are really good, aren't they? Because they really layer up well over the top, which is great. You thought it was a beach? Yeah, maybe next time. Beach would be good. Yeah, beach would be nice, wouldn't it? Because of that yellow, I suppose, I was using. And then I'm just going to add the real extra depth of colour with some vintage photo. Take that off of there. Wishful thinking. What, the beach? So I haven't actually got this one in an oxide. Wasn't available. Actually, I better get rid of some of this green. They've run out of the vintage photo, so I have to use the ink. That doesn't matter, as long as I just get a bit more deeper colour at the very bottom. Because at the very foreground, you're kind of looking into the grass as well, aren't you? That's it. I might just add a bit of forest moss. Should I take, no, where's my, there it is. Just add a bit of forest moss as well. Okay, that's looking great. I like that. Finger marks. Okay, so I should have another piece of paper to hold it with. Forgot that. Because you can add your finger marks to it. Right. There's too many of these, isn't there? Right, okay. Shove you over to one side. What's the next thing to do? Add some detail now. Right, so what I'm going to do is get that credit card. No, it's not a credit card, it's just a store card. And we're going to go into some colour here. So I'm going to, the antique greens don't think it's going to show up that well. So we'll start with the crushed olive. And I love the fact this has got that sort of layer of fabric over the top. So I'm just going to use that because I don't think it's going to ruin the foam. I'm just going to tap my credit card on there and just start adding my grass. Now I'm just using the tip part here because I'm doing the distant grass first. So I want this short and light. This is a fun technique. I hope you can hear me, it's not too noisy. So just create my distant grass and come down with it as well, go longer. Don't forget to sort of bend it as well. It's nice to see this develop actually. So it's not showing that much. You can have a go in the foreground because the more you do, the more sort of depth and interest this is going to have. Okay, we're getting somewhere. Have it coming in the sides as well, just so it looks like a photograph really. You don't have it all dead straight and you have some coming in at the sides as well. Let's try another deeper colour, the peeled paint. So I'm not going to go as high with this, so I'm just going to come further down. Okay, how How are we doing? You like this idea for grass? Yeah. Because it's so fine, isn't it? And you want lots of it. Find it tricky to paint grass. Anyway, so I do like to think of different things. Look, I'll tell you what I am doing. I am getting, because I must have green on my fingers, I'm getting it in the sky. So if that happens, just pat it to make it damp, and then hopefully that will lift off. So I must try and use this piece of paper. Okay, keep adding the grass, and it's fun as well. Okay, deeper colour. What's next? This one, forest moss. Oh, it's coming together. I can see it on the group, and it's actually looks nice from a distance. Because seeing it from further away, it looks a bit more realistic. Looks more of a mess from where I am. So I can come right down as well with this darker colour. There. So this is a bit tedious to watch. To get some more bendy grass. Have grass almost leaning right over as well. Okay, and I'd like to do the vintage photo as well. Get some of that in. This almost looks like dead grass, I think. Some of it sort of been around a bit longer. Just get those sort of streaks of brown grass. It's like a midsummer kind of look I'd like. That's why I've used for these muted greens. I suppose it'll look nice in a sort of fresh spring sort of colours as well, but I'm going for these muted colours. Okay. How's it going? Yeah. There. To get all that interest in all those lines in there. And it's almost like you're looking through the grass. And these blobs are obviously the Buttercup heads. So that's there. And I'd also like to go in with another colour that I've not used yet. Definitely. Oh, thanks, Anne. Right, so someone's going to give the grass a go. Angela is. Yeah. Right, squeeze lemonade. Because of the oxides, it does, you can put lighter colour over the top of darker colour. So I'm going to give this a go. And the squeeze lemonade can go anywhere. But it's nice to have that flash of lighter grass in the foreground. And anywhere really. If I stroke it, I don't know. There, you get what I mean anyway. You squeeze lemonade. Okay. And if it gets a bit contaminated like that, all you have to do is wipe it. Just give it a wipe, because I'm a bit of a neat person. I don't like to see my inks contaminated. That bothers me. I know it might not bother some people. It bothers me. Hi Pat, thank you. Glad you like the look of it so far. I feel like I want even deeper colour. Actually, I don't think I've got a deeper colour, but I might have in the ink. Oh, I don't know. Let's have my inks are over here. I've got some little ones. Kind of feels like I want deeper colour. Let's try walnut stain. Just see what that does. Can't get the lid off there. Let's just see what that does. Yeah. Oh yeah. That's it. bit of a darkness. Yeah, that's exciting. And the nice effect this gives as well that I really like is it's not a continuous line. You get it's sort of a broken line, which I think is really natural. Let's have some of that in the foreground. And do some really short ones as well. Oh, tipped it over. Yeah, not too many. Don't want to get too overpowering with that. Just a little speck of darkness just to draw you in. Okay. Right. I want that to sort of dry off a bit more. My hands are getting a bit. I'm going to get another piece of baby tape and give my fingers a good clean. Yeah, I like the effect that's having. Okay. Now I think we're probably at the stage where we could start rubbing off the masking fluid. But I'll tell you what I will do first, just to get that, leave that to sit there and dry, is to go back to our caption, which is here. And I'm going to carefully cut this out really close, because I want to place this on the card and I don't want it to hide too much of our lovely background field detail, but I want it to be prominent still because it is a caption. So I thought the idea that if I use vellum, then I can sort of place it where I like, and you can sort of get a glimpse of the field underneath the vellum. So just take your time. It's worth taking the time, I think, to cut it out. There isn't a die cut for these, unfortunately, but it's therapeutic to sort of cut it out. So instead of you watching me cut this out, I have done one like Blue Peter. So here's what I did earlier. Okay, so that's going to sit on there, and I've just cut round. I haven't been bothered with cutting out holes or the middle section. I think that's enough, really. I think that'll be okay. Just cut it out like that. So I'll place that back over there. All right, so yeah, I think I'm happy there. I might try and put in some extra streaks of deeper colour, kind of maybe especially over the masking fluid, just so it shows up more. Right, rub it off. But it's going to be subtle anyway, because it's not going to have the bright white in the background. Okay, so fingers is the best use for this, and just lightly rub it. I might have to keep wiping my fingers because I might rub off some of the blue there. So I'm just stroking this masking fluid, and it's quite therapeutic. This comes off in rubbery streaks. Okay, I mean, it looks quite white, but we actually put it on top of the pale blue, so it's not as stark as it could be. I think it's nice to have it a bit more subtle. There, I've got a bit of yellow in there as well, which I'm not too happy about. It's not a major problem, but I'm just going to see if I can dab that. That's it. Yeah, so that's the sort of pattern in the sky that I wanted to achieve. Just some interest in there. Can you see that all right? Lovely. Right, I haven't been looking at the comments lately, have I? A poppy field would be nice. Great idea, Karen. Yeah, you could do anything. You could do different colours, couldn't you? Like I said about this, maybe slightly different seasons, different flowers. Yeah. So I guess this is quite English looking. Fields like this, maybe. I don't know if they have fields like this in America. They have lots of grass, sort of prairie land type landscapes, don't they, in America? Something like that. So I'm stroking off the masking fluid now from the field, and you can see these pale dots. Again, they are the antique linen colour, so it's not as white and bright, and it's muted. That's it. You've missed quite a bit, Von. Oh, you can always watch it back, can't you? You can always watch it back. That's it. Just rubbing away my masking fluid. So I just added some masking fluid. That's it. Oh, might come from this way now. That's it. Some of these bits down here have got more ink on them, so it's a bit tricky, a bit trickier to take the masking fluid off. There, that's it. Change fingers as well. Okay, just take this away. So I'll get there. Masking fluid is so amazing. It is Eels, isn't it? I've had it sat in my drawer for a while. I thought, whoa, why don't I use that? Why not use this with my inks instead of just keeping it for watercolours? Seems to be all right, because I did wonder, I did a test and had a go before, because I did wonder if rubbing the ink over the top would actually rub the masking fluid off, but it doesn't seem to, which I was pleased about. Okay, this bit here, nearly there. So I am getting section here where I'm actually rubbing the ink off as well, and it's disturbing the surface of the watercolour card. It's not a major problem. We can always add a bit more ink as well onto there to get rid of these rubbery bits. I'll just flick them on the floor. Flick them on the floor. So we get our mid-tone, which peeled paint, and I'm just going to go in a bit with this, because I've just scuffed it a bit with all the rubbing. It's not a major problem. As I say, as it's random, anything goes really. There, and I just put a bit of that darker one on the bottom, just to blend that back in. There, and I might even be able to, I wonder if, because I've covered up my grass a bit more now, I wonder if I can make this wet and go over it, just to bring that back into view. I don't know, maybe not. Yeah, I can just wipe that down, sort that out. Okay, right, so now we need to deal with our Buttercup flowers, and I thought Posca pens might be good with this. Okay. What's else saying? In the Netherlands we have a piece of rubber cement. Just a little piece that you can remove the masking fluid. Oh, okay. Oh, we used to use rubber, I think, at school. Just a eraser, I think. Ah, you've obviously used masking fluid a lot before then, Hills. Bluebells in the spring would look fab. Yes, they would, wouldn't they? Yeah. Okay, so I've got two colours here. I've got a pastel Posca pen and a brighter yellow. So I'm just going to go in with the pastel first, and I'm just going to dot over my little cream dots. And I'm kind of not doing it totally. I want to just leave a little flash of that background cream. Maybe I'm kind of leaving it hopefully at the top left hand, almost like it's got the sun hitting on it. So don't colour it all in, and you don't have to be that particular either. Just sort of paint them in and just see if you can leave that little bit of cream. You don't even have to do all of them either. It's just random. And another good thing about Posca is that you kind of, because it's a paint pen, you can add it where these white pale dots aren't as well, and even just add a few more dots, a few more dots within. Okay, that's that. And then I want to leave that to dry. But I also want maybe the dark forest moth. I just want to sort of add extra detail in the masked grass areas. So I'm just going to see if I can go over the top of those, because I don't want them as white lines, but I want like that, just that bit of flash of highlight. So I'm just trying to follow the same line and add a few more as well. It's just building it up really. I think just take the time to build your scene up. But yeah, you certainly use the idea and create other ideas. I'm going to go in for a bit of yellow as well. I mean, this would be lovely in like grassy dunes, wouldn't it, on the back of a beach? That would be really good. Oh, is that an idea? Hold the wet wipe over the edge of the card. Yeah. Oh, Diane. Hey, that's not bad. I'm going to try that. I didn't think of that. I kind of like that idea, like here. Yeah. There. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, that has worked. Right, I'm just going to add just a few more of my squeezed lemon grass in here, because I lost a bit of that detail because I wiped it. There. That's it. I'm just going to add another line on my... It's like these white lines are kind of more foreground bits of grass, I think, as well. Okay. How are we doing for time? Been almost 3/4 of an hour. Okay, I'm going to go in with my brighter Posca just to add a little bit more brighter yellow, as it's a nice sunny day. Okay, add these sort of in and around on top of that buttercuppy sort of yellow. And also I'm going to add like a group of little dots like that as well. Just a group of little dots. Almost like pollen's falling from them, I think. It's just to create just a little bit of atmosphere as well. Just to create a few little bit of dots. And this is a finer nib, so it's perfect for doing this. And of course up here as well, you can add quite a few of these, because it's like little distant buttercups as well. As we get in the distance, obviously things get smaller. What's that there? Oh, look, I've contaminated my card. Piece of paper. Oh, the caption's going to go about there, so I wouldn't worry too much. Yeah, so just add a few little groups of dots or single dots. Okay, I think we're almost there. almost there with it. And then just one more thing I'd like to do is on the ones that are slightly nearer. Where's my block? That's it. The ones that are slightly nearer, I'm going to add just a little bit of a centre to the flower, because they are green, aren't they, in the middle of buttercups. I think that green's going to be better. Bring in some water. That's it. Just to make it look, like say these ones here in the foreground, just to give them a little bit of a centre of the buttercup, just to make them a little bit more realistic and recognisable, just for these bigger ones, rather than yellow blobs. Just add a little bit of, I'm sort of dabbing it, so I've got a few little dots in the middle there. Okay, I think that's good. And then we can add our caption. That's right, about right. Okay, so move this out of the way. Card blank. Let's attach that to the card blank first. And wipe my fingers. Grab another baby wipe. So, because I have got sort of more muted colours, I didn't want to use a white 5x7, so I've gone for a cream one. Let's go for a cream one. You're asking about the Posca pens. The Posca pens are paint in a pen. That's the idea of those. So I'd like let's take another piece of paper to glue on. So that's it. Another bit of masking rubber there. Okay, and I will apply that with some glue stick. All over. I've left a bit of a border of the cut it a bit short, so there's a border of the cream card blank, just to, I like a bit of border sometimes it works well, sometimes you don't need it, but I just think this needs sort of framing. Tell you what I will do, I might lose the craft sheet now. Okay, so I'll place that there. Lovely. And that's it. Don't transfer ink everywhere. I need another dry tissue. Got one in the bottom of my drawer. Give it a good press down. A bit of ink on the back of my card. Okay, there we go. Voila! And then the caption, because it's vellum, we don't want our glue to show at all. I've got one of these things. I've had this for quite a while now. A Sailor 2-in-1 glue pen. So it's really good for gluing fine details. And to activate it, you actually shove it in the lid a few times. I don't know if has anyone else seen this product before. That's it. And then you can draw finer details with it. So it's kind of a rubbery glue. I think you can use it to make stickers as well. I think that's the idea of it. That's it. Try and put the glue on all the sort of delicate sticky outy bits around the edge so that they get fixed into place. It's kind of a blue colour as well. So I'm drawing on the back of the letters so that when I stick it down, hopefully you won't see it. Is that about it? Yeah, I think that will do. And I'm going to put it sort of across my horizon, I think, in the centre there. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, there. That's it, the vellum's curled a little bit with the glue. Let's give it a good rub. There. His fingers are in such a mess. Got a little bit of ink on there. It's annoying when that happens. Let's see if I can blot that away. There. Okay, so there's a couple of bits that aren't stuck down, like here, so I'm just going to peel them up. Let's get the pen moving, working again. Stubborn bit there. So that's basically it, really. And I mean, I suppose it'd be a nice sort of get well card as well, I think. Do you know what? I've lost some of the middle of my flowers because I've turned it upside down. Yeah, look. Look, I've lost a lot of the middle of my flowers. So I'm going to just add those back in. Just add those back in quickly. So it's almost like their eyes are missing. Let's add their eyes back in. So I hope you like this technique, and thank you for watching and staying and talking about it and joining me, chatting amongst yourselves as well, I think. Simple but effective. Yeah. Yes. Well, you're creating a piece of artwork as well. I think it's quite nice. There, that's it. So I'll also take a photo of this so you can sort of have a closer look. But yeah, it looks nice from a distance. Okay, there we go. Our sort of meadow card. There. And I'll just show you the one that I sort of played around with earlier. Oh, they're very similar, aren't they? They're very similar. I think I've got a bit more depth of colour in that one, and the sky's a bit more interesting. But yeah, so have fun with your meadow cards.